Get started. Morning. So just come to lay on your back. Get comfortable. You can bring your arms and your legs out nice and wide, or plant your feet. Just tuck your shoulders under and start to take some deep breaths here. So in and out through the nose. Just letting your belly rise on the inhale. Get heavy through your back body on the exhale. Just doing a scan from the top of the head all the way down to the hands, to the feet. Just notice those spaces where you can find some softness. Letting go of tension in your forehead, in your jaw, your eyes. And just creating that really smooth rhythm of breath. I'm going to take a few more breaths here just before we start to move. And then you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll the wrists and the ankles. Bring the heels together at the back of the mat. Step the feet onto the floor and draw the knees in toward the chest. Arms around the shins. Give yourself a squeeze. Just gently rooting down through your lower back. You can rock side to side here. Okay, now bring the feet down to the mat. Take your right arm overhead. Roll to the right side. And then whenever you're ready, you can continue onto your front wide-legged child's pose. So hips to heels, rest the forehead, stretch the hands forward. Yeah, just letting your shoulders soften here, your chest soften to the mat, hips become heavier. Good. Spread the fingers wide, press into the hands and come forward into a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Now on your inhale, the belly drops down. Lift the gaze, roll the shoulders back. And slowly on your exhale, press into the hands, rounding the back body as you drop the head. Press upright between your shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, coming to cow pose. Take your time. And exhale to round the spine for cat pose. And now do 3 more cycles. I'm just trying to keep that slow pace, moving mindfully. Good, so end of the third, come back to neutral, make your way into a downward facing dog. Feet are about hip distance, just pedal this out slowly. And then bring the gaze between the hands and just walk your feet forward. So you're in a passive forward fold. Bend the knees a lot, release the head, release the neck. You can sway side to side here if you like. Just releasing any tension in the back body. Good, and come back through center. Bring your hands to your thighs, and then just take your time. Slowly press yourself up all the way. The top of the mat, arms alongside. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Good, we're going to start right into a balancing pose. So you can bring your hands onto your hips, balancing on your left foot. Right heel comes up, turn the knee open. You're going to place that foot anywhere along the inner leg. So moving right into tree pose. Once you have your balance, hands come in front of the chest. Try to relax the shoulders, lift through the top of the head. Now pressing the hands together to feel the shoulders roll back. Just try to focus your gaze on one unmoving object. That's going to help you to balance. Get a couple more breaths. And then hands to the hips, knee forward, step down and come right into the opposite side. So it might be a little bit different from side to side. It's totally fine. And just find what feels good. Find your balance and find your breath. And just try to soften the gaze. Relax your forehead, your eyes, your jaw. Shoulders are soft. A couple more. Good, and hands to hips. Bring the knee forward. Step the feet right together. You're going to reach your arms up overhead. Your hands will be interlaced. Release your index fingers. Soften the shoulders. Take a breath in here. And on the exhale, come up and over to the left side. So you're stretching that right side body. And we're going to move a bit with the breath here. So inhale brings you back through center. Exhale, switch. Deep breath in, rise up. Exhale, switch. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do 2 more on each side here. So again, staying with that breath. Last one. So this time as you come up, you're going to separate your hands, keep the feet together, bend the knees, sit back and down into a powerful pose. Good, so legs are squeezing together, fingers are reaching. Relax the shoulders. Nice deep bend in the knees like you're trying to sit into a chair here. Let your exhales bring you a little bit deeper. 3 more. Good, and then at the end of the third, just start to straighten the legs slowly and let your arms float down alongside. Give your shoulders a roll. A couple times one way and the opposite way. All right, now inhale, reach the arms up overhead, connect the palms. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, bend the knees, sit your hips back and down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and on your exhale, you're going to twist to the left. So you can either hook the right elbow to the outside of the left leg, or just bring the arm across the thighs, left hand to the low back. Belly draws up and in, and that left shoulder rolls back. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist. Good. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come back. Straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend the knees, sit back and down. Right into the opposite side. So breath in. twisting over to the right side this time. And draw the low abs in so you have lots of room to twist open. Good, last couple breaths here. Come a little bit deeper. And then pressing into the feet one more time. Inhale, lift up. Now on your exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your low back. So just like you're putting your hands into pockets of pants, relax the shoulders. And then core is strong here. Just start to trace your gaze up to the ceiling. So you just want to come to that first place where you feel a bit of a stretch across the chest. And make sure that you're still breathing here. Okay, now press into the feet. Slowly rise up, arms alongside. Take a breath in here. And take a breath out. Step to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Feet come hip distance. Bring your hands to your hips, soften your knees, and start to fold forward. And now take an inhale, bring the palms to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands and step your right foot all the way back. So right foot is back. You can bring the hands to the top of that left thigh and then sweep the arms back behind you, coming into a runner's lunge. You have a long line from the top of the head out through that right heel. Good, arms reach back behind you, nice and strong here. Core is engaged. Good, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale to lunge. Good, just a few more. Okay, now bring the hands down. Rock your weight back, lightly step forward. Breathe in as you halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot all the way back. So same thing, hands come up to the thigh, lift the chest, sweep the arms back behind you, runner's lunge. Good, belly draws up and in, right hip pulls back. And you're right on the ball of that back foot. So watch if the heel is trying to reach down to the floor. Lift it all the way up, just like you're about to run forward here. Good, make sure you're breathing. 3 cycles. So at the end of the third breath, you're going to bring the hands down. Again, rock the weight back, step forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Feet are hip distance. Take your index and your middle fingers, your peace fingers, and loop them around the inside of your big toes. Just going to make this fold a little more active. So lifting your sits bones up, getting nice and long through the backs of the legs as you fold forward. Try to relax the shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, just easy breaths here. Okay, release the hands from the feet. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands down to the mat and take your knees down to the mat as well. You can transition onto either hip. Bring your feet out in front of you. And then just sit up nice and tall. So you can hold on to the backs of your thighs if you like. Roll the shoulders back, chest is open. And then start to reach your hands forward. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lean back about 6 inches. Draw that belly to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, come back 6 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, 6 more. You're hovering here. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down. Rest your head, bring your arms alongside, extend your legs. Okay, just hanging out here for about 5 or 6 breaths. Just letting the body be heavy, try to soften. All right, now bring the feet onto the floor, pull the knees in toward the chest, arms around the shins. We've been here before. Just giving yourself a gentle squeeze. And you can keep the right knee in, extend your left leg out, hands interlock on top of the shin. And then just gently squeezing that right thigh in on the exhales. Okay, take about 3 more on this side. And then at the end of the third, we're going to move this into a twist. So left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Start to draw the right leg across. Right arm reaches away. And you can always place something underneath your right knee here, a block or a pillow. And deep belly breaths here, right into the lowest part of your belly. Good. Stay heavy through the shoulders. Come back through center. Squeeze the right knee in. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Okay, left knee hugs in. Right leg extends. You're changing sides. Keep the right leg long and squeeze the left knee in. And just easy cycles of breath here, maybe circling out through the hip. We had last 3 cycles. And end of the third, same transition, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Find your spinal twist. Long breath in. Slower breath out. Okay, make your way back through center. One more time, both knees hug into the chest. Squeeze. And then go ahead and step the feet down onto the floor. We're going to reach that right foot up to the ceiling. And then turn the toes out to the right, bend the knee, and ankle comes to top of thigh for your thread the needle pose. So you can stay right here as always if you're already feeling a stretch or you're lifting that left foot up. Hands interlace on the back of the left leg. Relax the shoulders, so check in with that. The low back is rooting down into the mat. And just try to send your breath directly into the right hip. So visualizing that tension just sort of melting away. And we'll be here for about 3 more. Awesome. Okay, so end of the third. Again, feet come down. You might want to sway the knees from side to side, just sort of resetting yourself for the left side. And then just coming up whenever you're ready, right into the opposite side. So left ankle to the right thigh. Just taking your time as you move into this. Soften the shoulders. Just using the strength in your biceps to gently guide that right knee in. Try to soften the jaw, the eyes, the forehead. The last 4 breaths. So end of your 4th breath, feet come down. Again, one more time, give the knees a sway. And as your knees come back through center, start to lift the shins up to a tabletop position. So your knees stack on top of your hips. So you can bring the hands behind the head, elbows are wide, and lift the head, neck, and the shoulders. On the inhale, take your right elbow across to your left knee, extend the right leg. Exhale back through center. So moving through bicycles here. Breathe in, switch, twisting to the right. Exhale, center. So keep moving through those with that pace. Inhale, you come into your twist. Exhale brings you back through center. Do 3 more on each side. And then at the end of the third, lower the head, lower the feet. Again, give the knees a sway back and forth. Knees come back through center. Walk your feet so they're mat distance apart. You should be able to touch the backs of the heels with your fingers. Toes turn out just slightly. Palms press into the mat. Lift your hips up just to a hover here. Take a breath in. Now on your exhale, engage your glutes as you lift your hips up high. Good, so moving with the breath here. Inhale, hips come down. Again, just to a hover. Exhale, squeeze, press up all the way. Good. Breathe in, lower down to a hover. Exhale, use the strength in your hamstrings, in your glutes to press up. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out to lift. Moving through 5 more. And stay with that pace. End of the 5th. Carefully lower down. Keep the feet mat distance. Let your knees fall to the right. Tee the arms out, just coming into a gentle twist. And try to relax the shoulders into the mat. With every exhale, just allow your legs to become heavier. And carefully come back through center, right into the opposite side. Last 3 breaths. End of the 3rd, come back up. Just recenter your hips if you needed. Walk the feet together. Knees fall open. You can bring your arms wherever they're comfortable. Right hand to belly, left hand to chest, or you can have arms out or overhead. And try not to press or push the legs. You're just letting gravity take over here. Trying to let them be as heavy as possible. So you can stay here if you like, or coming into your last pose. Extend the legs, bring the arms alongside, just the way we start and end all of our classes. Make any final adjustments. And just let your breath return to its natural rhythm, its natural pace. So when you are ready to leave your mat today, as always, just taking your time. When you get up, move slowly. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot, Annie. Have a good week.
See you.